Yo guys, what is up? It's Teach here, coming at you again with another video, and I am here to show you a new little trick over on FJORDUR where you can get double loot and plenty of free element over and over again. So all you have to do, pretty simple, get to the World Boss Terminal where you'll be able to find Hati and Skoll, or however you want to pronounce them properly, 20.5, 37.1, and this is over in the Asgard location, just so you know, so you can get there. And what you're going to need is pretty simple. You just need a total of 30 runestones per attempt to go after Hati and Skoll, and then you need a decent Giganotosaurus or a small army of Rexes. They have a ton of health, so you're going to need something that can damage off-put pretty well because they will knock you back. So there is a strategy to this, and there's a secret way to kind of do this. Make sure you smash that like button, leave a comment below, and then if you want to sub to the channel if these videos have been helping you, and that would be much appreciated. So if you leave the range of Hati and Skoll, you will get them teleported back to the front right here, and they will have full health again. So you solve this pretty simply. You need to go behind Hati and Skoll because they will continue to knock you back, but if they knock you back into the mountain, you're just fine. So I'm going to show you how to do this super easy. Let's go ahead and get it done. You can see we have a cooldown, so I'm going to go ahead and speed this up and wait for it to happen. Alright guys, so once you summon Hati and Skoll, you want to run up behind them real quick, hop on your tame so you can get backed up into a wall, and they will chase you down. You see that she is activated right there, and he has not yet, which is pretty ideal. If you go to one of the sides, they don't recognize you, so that helps out a lot. Sometimes they'll accidentally aggro you, but you can kind of just sit above them and smoke them one at a time. Now this strategy is going to give you a whole bunch of free loot, just so you know. You'll get a whole bunch of stuff that is useful for you, and that is what we're really looking for. You get double loot as well as this is going to hurt. You can see there it is right there. We're going to take that slow bleed. And that does hurt quite a bit, obviously. But as long as we're doing damage to Hati and Skoll, I mean, both of them, either at the same time or just one at a time, you're just fine. Because if you're just doing damage to the one of them, you are only going to have to worry about one damage, so that's useful. However, if you're taking both of them at the same time, you want to try and take this boss fight as quick as possible, because whenever they do that attack right there, they're going to do bleed damage to you, and that sucks. Bleed damage is not fun. It is not something you want to have happen to you because you will lose a ton of health. No matter what kind of Giganotosaurus you're on, it's going to freaking hurt. So, anyways, I'm doing this on a, just so you can know the stats of this Giga, it's only about 550 melee, and with a, I think the armor is like 100 on the saddle, so nothing super substantial. And again, we're just trying to make sure that we can smoke these things quickly. You can see that I'm killing these Fenrir rather quickly. This is a wild tame. It's not even imprinted to me, so it's nothing super special. As long as you are focusing on taking out the boss, you'll be just fine. You can see we're not even close to half health, and we've got this thing down to like a quarter. There is a 1 hour cooldown on this boss fight, though, so just so you're aware of that. That is kind of how you, the one thing that kind of prevents you from spamming this over and over. But you can do it 24 times a day. So not too shabby, obviously. And you get a ton of loot. I mean, 30 loot for very minimal effort of just killing a couple of alphas. Plus you get a whole bunch of crazy, crazy blueprints. Not going to complain. I love the free element, too. That's a nice little addition. Just a little helpful thing. So once we kill this one, I'll go ahead and show you what the actual loot looks like. You can see it brings in all of its little death mates here. And we're going to go ahead and, yeah, smoke them all. Yes. Come on. Go away. Yep. Maybe. It's almost there. It's got to be close. And there it goes. All right, so now we can show you what we got right now. You can see we got a really good Andrew Sarkis saddle, and you can see the damage is boosted pretty heavily too on a 222. That's a pretty good saddle. 15 element, ramshackle, mining drill, love that. Trike saddle, decent, and then the other one will give you quite a few BPs. You can see this is what I got from killing it last time. Pretty nice stuff, and you can eat them, but you don't have to. I'll show you real quick. So we're gonna go ahead and attack this bad boy. So, see when he growls like that? If we can avoid that wolf it throws outwards, then you will not light on fire. However, if you can't avoid the wolf that it throws out, you're in big trouble. So, now you want to try and just do as much damage as you can. They both have the same amount, and keep following my strategy up of going to the back wall. Because if you go to this back wall, you're going to be able to attack it and not have it knock you around. You can see that it can't even hit me up here because I'm like on a different level than it. But it's going to throw its wolf into me, and I'm going to light on fire, and that's going to suck. So, notice how we're not at half health yet, and we've got this guy well beneath half. Well, almost beneath half. And it's really not that hard. As long as you're paying attention, Kill one at a time. Use your Giganotosaurus to the best of your ability. If you have multiple people, obviously, this will go stupid fast for free loot. This is kind of like, there we go. There it is again. Boom. So, yeah, you just keep going, and you just keep biting. And it's not that difficult. By the time this comes around in an hour, you should have been able to heal your Giganotosaurus up and just continue to run it over and over again for this free loot. And you should have much better Giganotosauruses than I have. I would hope so, at least. Not super hard to get them. All right, there you go. So, go ahead and show you what we got off this guy. Look at that. That's bonkers. Hello. 500 armor and then 611 durability. You can see we got some hazard pants, and from the last one I did, I'll show you everything from 3 of them total. I died because I accidentally made a mistake. Got some other basic good stuff. I mean, this alone, that minigun is nice. 279% damage. Yes, frickin' please. Can't complain about any of this stuff. 220 Ascendant Chainsaw. Yes, please. So, you can see 18,000 health, 9,000 left, only 565 melee, and a decent 115 saddle on this guy. So not too shabby. You end up, I mean, that sucks. I hate when that happens. All right, so now that we're back here, you can see that we've gotten all of the stuff that we need off of this. There's some pretty good loot. You can keep running this pretty regularly. You will get blueprints. You can see armor blueprints. It's pretty crazy what you can get off of these things, and you can continue to spam them over and over. There is a 1 hour cooldown, like I said from earlier, so if you try and run this thing again, you'll have to wait another hour. Look at that right there, 54 minutes. But it is ridiculously worth it. I mean, I just got some insane loot off of this thing. Plus, you'll get the skins if you haven't gotten them, or the trophies for it, the Hati and Skoll trophies. If you haven't already gotten them, you will get those off of them the first time you do it as well. Now, you can see right here, pretty simple, nothing super hard. Make sure you smash that like button, leave a comment below, and then subscribe if this kind of stuff is helping you out. And enjoy this little double loot and element trick for yourself. 45 element total. All right, teach.